Personally, of course, I regret everything. Not a word, not a deed, not a thought, not a need, not a grief, not a joy, not a girl, not a boy, not a doubt, not a trust, not a scorn, not a lust, not a hope, not a fear, not a smile, not a tear, not a name, not a face, no time, no place, that I do not regret exceedingly. An orgia from beginning to end. And yet, when I sat for fellowship, but for the boil on my bottom, the rest an orgia. The Tuesday scowls, the Wednesday growls, the Thursday curses, the Friday howls, the Saturday snores, the Sunday yawns, the Monday mourns, the Monday mourns. The whacks, the moans, the cracks, the groans, the welts, the squeaks, the belts, the shrieks, the pricks, the prayers, the kicks, the tears, the scalps, and the yelps. And the poor old lousy old earth. My earth, and my father, and my mother, and my father's fathers, and my mother's mothers, and my father's mothers, and my mother's fathers, and my father's mother's fathers, and my mother's father's mothers, and my father's mother's mothers, and my mother's father's fathers, and my father's father's mothers, and my mother's mother's fathers, and my father's father's fathers, and my mother's mother's mothers, and other people's fathers and mothers, and fathers' fathers, and mothers' mothers, and fathers' mothers, and mothers' fathers, and fathers' mothers' fathers, and mothers' fathers' mothers, and fathers' mothers' mothers, and mothers' fathers' fathers, and fathers' fathers' mothers, and mothers' mothers' fathers, and fathers' fathers' fathers, and mothers' mothers' mothers, and excrement. The crocus says, and the larch turning green every year a week before the others, and the pastures red with uneaten sheep's placentas, and the long summer days, and the new-mown hay, and the wood-pigeon in the morning, and the cuckoo in the afternoon, and the corncrake in the evening, and the wasps in the jam, and the smell of the goss, and the look of the goss, and the apples falling, and the children walking in the dead leaves, and the larch turning brown a week before the others, and the chestnuts falling, and the howling winds, and the sea breaking over the pier, and the first fires, and the hoofs on the road, and the consumptive postman whistling, the roses are blooming in Piccadilly, and the Standard Oil lamp, and of course the snow, and to be sure the sleet, and bless your heart the slush, and every 4th year the February debacle, and the endless April showers, and the crocus says, and then the whole bloody business starting all over again. A turd. And if I could begin it all over again, knowing what I know now, the result would be the same. And if I could begin it again a 3rd time, knowing what I would know then, the result would be the same. And if I could begin it all over again 100 times, knowing each time a little more than the time before, the result would always be the same. And the 100th life as the first, and the 100 lives as one. A cat's flux! But at this rate we shall be here all night.